Yep.
Namaste and welcome to Ebby&Flow. Today, you're going to release tension in your hips and lower back. This is a soothing yoga flow that's going to bring relief and renewal. Let's begin. Let's start seated on the yoga mat, right at the top. And let's start with our first hip opening pose, butterfly, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Bring your feet to touch together, the bottoms of your feet, and bring your heels as close to you as possible. They do not have to touch. Great job. Try to sit up tall and inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. If you want an extra stretch, push down with your elbows, push your legs down even further. It can get really intense. Great job. On to the next hip opening pose, yogi squat, malasana. This time, bring your feet to a little bit more than hip distance apart. Bring your feet out to 45 degrees at least, and then squat down. You do not have to go all the way down. This could be pretty intense. So yogi squat. Once again, if you want to go more intense, elbows can push the legs further out. Release any tension from the face, the jaw. Focus on that breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Brilliant job. Let's come to seated on the mat. And do another hip opening pose before we start moving on to lower back. Let's bring right leg in and your right foot goes onto your left thigh. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Take a deep inhale, lift those arms above. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Have a deep bend in the left knee if needed, or a micro bend. Excellent. Let's bring that right leg out and then bring the left leg in. Bottom of the left foot touches the right inner right thigh. Inhale, sweep the hands up, get tall. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hands can go to shins or feet. Bend in that right knee. Incredible job. Meet back at center. Let's move on to some lower back poses. Okay. Let's lie on our belly flat. Have your hands by your sides up towards your shoulders or face. And let's start with a baby cobra. So on an inhale, lift your head up and your chest, keeping most of the torso down. Couple breaths here. Great job. Lower down. Get ready to do that again. Next, inhale, come back up to baby cobra. Shoulder blades are retracting back. Chest and head are lifted. Really good for building strength in the lower back. Excellent. Lower all the way down. Next, go a little bit deeper into a regular, or let's do a sphinx. So same hand and arm placement, and then come up a little bit taller. Straighten those arms a little bit more. Forearms are still on the mat. Same principles apply by shoulder blades touching, trying to touch back together. Push the pelvic bone down into the mat. Fantastic job. Lower down. And to the third and final stage of this, let's go to upward dog. Take a deep inhale and straighten those arms. Come all the way up to an upward dog. Create a nice arch in your back. Focus on the breath. And slowly lower down. Excellent job. Let's come up to a tabletop position. Hands and wrists below the shoulders. Knees are below the hips. And let's do, on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Cow. Exhale, round the back, lower the head. Cat. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Rounding the back. Lower the head. One more on your own breath. Excellent job. Let's spread the knees out and come back to lay on your torso into a child's pose. Another lower back pose. Arms could be extended out. All right, let's meet back at tabletop. And final bonus pose. This is a hip pose. It's very intense, so be careful. I'd probably go on the wide edge of your mat. Knees are kind of pointing in, but the legs are both pointed out. You're making an obtuse angle with the legs. So once you got that positioning, the farther out you go, the more intense it is. Hands are out in front. And slowly lower back as if you were going to be seated on your butt. Further you go, the more intense. This is called frog pose. Very good hip opener. You can move up and back if you want. We prefer movement, but it's tremendous hip opening pose. Great job. Those are just some lower back and hip poses you can work on for the future. Your presence on the mat matters. Thank you for taking time for yourself. Be kind. Namaste. Take care.